At a deep level, Rise of Kingdoms is a game of strategy. And by strategy, I mean a game where it pays off to plan ahead. In this video, I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the things you ought to be doing on a daily basis to plan ahead and execute a great strategy. What's up, everybody? Psych out here with another Rise of Kingdoms video. In Rise of Kingdoms, really planning is pretty critical if you want to build a really strong account, if you want to build an account that other people admire, if you want to be successful in KVK, you have to plan ahead, or at least it usually pays to plan ahead. Of course, if you're a mega whale, you can often spend your way out of mistakes and spend your way out of planning. But for most of us, planning is a really important part of playing Rise of Kingdoms. And I'm going to give you some examples of that here. And one of the things you ought to be doing when you're planning in Rise of Kingdoms, and look, there's all kinds of videos about planning for commanders, there's planning for gem spending, and I've got videos on those, and I'll try to put cards at the top for those videos so you can think about planning for those things. But one of the things you ought to be doing on a sort of daily basis in Rise of Kingdoms is actually looking at this event calendar, seeing what's coming up, so you can see what events are coming up and where you might want to be, what events you might want to be working on. So, for example, right now we have Strategic Reserve, and this has been on the calendar for a while, but the other thing that's going on right now in our kingdom is we have a Mightiest Governors event, and we're on day 2 of that Mightiest Governors event, which is about defeating barbarians. And you can see I'm in rank 13 right now, only 2.4 million points, and this is partly because I've stopped to do this video with you all. But the point here is this is actually a really good time to do barbarians for a few reasons. Number one, like I said, we're in the Mightiest Governor event. In fact, we have a fixed stage 1. So in our first stage of the event, we were fixed at 10 million points. And so people who have pushed up above that have pushed really hard in this stage. As you can see, some people have already pushed to 10 million points in the barbarian stage. The passes are going to open up, and there's going to be an unlimited scoring for the end of the event. So it will probably be a very highly contested Mightiest Governor because it's not fixed, it's wide open. The only thing that was fixed was the troop training at the beginning. There may be a fixed amount for the power event a little later on, but for the most part, it's all about the killing and who's going to do well in the killing event. But nonetheless, people want to push points here for barbarians during the Mightiest Governor event, but there's also the Strategic Reserve, which gives points for killing barbarians. And finally, we are in Heroic Anthem KVK, and that means when we kill these barbs, and I'll jump over here to show you some marches that I have right now out on the field. When we kill these barbarians, we get some really good rewards, and I'm actually going to go kill this level 45 barbarian. Let me get some action points, and I'm spending action points like crazy right now because this is a really strategic time to spend those action points. We're getting Strategic Reserve, we're getting points for the Mightiest Governor, which might lead to some Mightiest Governor gold heads, although I'm not really that crazy about these particular commanders, but hey, why not? And then finally, we are getting these rewards from the barbarians, and Heroic Anthem KVK or any kind of Season of Conquest barbarians are actually really good value right now. That might change when the Marauders come out, when they make some changes to Marauders, but let me just show you what I mean when I talk about the value of these barbarians. So first of all, we get 450 crystals from these slightly higher level barbarians. These are level 45 ones here. We also pick up some materials, and materials are really, really valuable. And again, the same thing here. There's some more materials, there's some more crystals, no materials on that one, more crystals, no materials. So I've killed a whole bunch of these barbarians, and you can see we're picking up a lot of crystals. And again, I'm trying to focus on barbarians that give the most crystals, because we're trying to push that crystal technology for when those passes open up. So I probably don't really care so much about killing those 43s. I could kill them. It's not terrible. I get 400 crystals per barbarian on that, but I'm getting 450 crystals, and I'm only 4 marching here because I've got 1 march in the gold pit. I do want to recover some gold. I did some crafting. Speaking of strategy, I had a plan, did some crafting. And I'll try to put that in here in a little bit. I'll put that crafting in here so you can see that in this video. Didn't really go spectacularly well, but I'll put it in here and speed it up so you can see a little bit of that. But by going for these higher level barbarians right now, I'm getting quite a few more crystals, a little bit better rewards than you might get if you're killing, say, Home Kingdom barbarians or any other kind of barbarians. And so I can put these crystals to really good use when we go in and we look at, again, speaking of strategy and thinking ahead. I've already done a video, and I'll put a card at the top for this video. I think it's my last video about how to tackle bastions and how to tackle crystal technology in Season of Conquest KVK. You can see I've now got my bastion boost up to 51% plus the season supply 50%, so I'm over 100%. So that's like what is it? I want to say like I forget the exact number. Well, actually, maybe it'll tell us. Now that I think about it, I think it tells us right here. So we're getting about, what times 10 is 80,000 is 160 and 32. So like close to just under 400,000 crystals per day that we're getting from this. From having the double the work speed. And the reason we have double the work speed is because we went in and we went really hard on our economic technology. That is, we got treaties, we got cultural exchange 1, we got plundered level 1, we got skillful operation level 1 max, we got skillful operation 2 to level 9. Right, we put into treaties 2, cultural exchange 2. So I'm leveling up these bastions very quickly, which is creating more crystals for me, which I've ultimately started putting into these combat related technologies. So we've got these all the way up to level 6. These are actually pretty good value. You get 1%. Now I start getting 2% per after that, but it's going to be a while because to get those leveled up, you have to get all of these leveled up, which only give 0.5% each for a little while. So I think they might start giving 1% a little later on, and then all the way up to 3% at level 10. So the next step will be to try to level up those. And then there's attack formation, which is actually very good as well. It gives 1.5%, but it gives this to all troops. I'll probably do this one overnight. It takes 1.2 million crystals, so there's a lot of crystal investment in this one. But yes, you do get a lot of attack when you go from 9 to 10, which is pretty tough to do. You get a pretty big boost there as well. So that's my point here, is that strategically you want to be planning ahead, and by putting that into econ technology or econ tech first, I'm in a position that I can level up. I think I'm going to be in a pretty good spot from a fighting standpoint. But again, killing these barbarians is really critical at this point because I need to get as many crystals as I can so I can pop as many crystals into that military technology before the pass is open. The pass is open in just a couple of days. So should be a lot of fighting going on there, and I'll be trying to record as much of that as I can and when we get there. The other thing we have going on right now is, oh, and by the way, sorry, I failed to mention one other really key reason why this is a really important time to be doing barbarians. Is because we're in stage 2 of past glory, and that means we can get these boxes here. I kind of think the rewards from the forts are a little bit better than the rewards from the barbarians, but hey, while we need to be pushing points for stage 2 anyway, why not go out there and get some extra rewards for killing those barbarians? So it's just a really, really good time to be pushing barbarians. And it looks like KW is over here, so I guess maybe we'll do this together if he's alert. And if he's not, I don't know. Let's see what happens. Let's see if he's here, because he also sees that these are big, higher level barbarians and wants those crystals. So point here is we need to get as many crystals as we can. Now we're up to 1.6 million crystals. And continue pushing that. The other thing we have going on right now is a Wheel of Fortune. And let me see here. This is, our Wheel of Fortune. We're going to be pushing for XY. I think a lot of people are going to be pushing for Alexander Nevsky. Interestingly, speaking of strategy, I don't have Takeda Shingen, so when I get to level 45 on the wheel, I'm going to use the 10 sculptures that you get from these extra rewards. If you check out 45, you get 10 sculptures. If I switch to Takeda Shingen, I can get Takeda and unlock him. Why would I want to unlock Takeda? Well, a big reason for doing that is because he is actually one of the Bastion commanders, and my understanding is you actually cannot use those commanders' skills at all unless you have them unlocked. And so let's go to his Bastion really quickly. I'm actually not sure which skill it is of his, but taking 1% reduced skill damage, and this is of course at level 1, 10% chance to reduce normal attack damage and counterattack damage for 5% for 3 seconds. I mean, that's a really tanky skill. Again, I'm not exactly sure which skill it is. I can jump in here to the commanders and we can take a look. This is probably his 2nd, 3rd, or 4th skill. Let me go find Takeda. So, but again, strategically, it makes sense to unlock Takeda, even though I probably won't actually be investing in Takeda as a candidate. Maybe I already have him unlocked. I already have him unlocked, so never mind. So forget about that strategy. Apparently, I already have him unlocked. I think I do have to unlock the skill, though. So I will have to level him up a little bit. It looks like it's just his 4th skill that I'll have to get him to. So I'll have to get him to 1-1-1-1 so that I can at least get something out of that skill at some point. So that's worth thinking about as well from a strategic point of view. So again, planning ahead is what strategy is all about. Let me see if King Hu is alert yet. No. So I'm going to steal all of his barbarians, and he'll just have to be mad at me, I guess. Okay, so now I think I said I mentioned I will show you the crafting. So I'm going to put in the crafting right now. The target was a full Dragon Breath Archer set. We're getting really close to getting the last 2 pieces. I need about maybe 5 or 6 more legendary materials to make that happen. Unfortunately, as you'll see, the crafting session didn't go so well. I also crafted a Mora's Web and a Horn of Fury. So I'm going to put that in here right now, and you'll see the special gifts crafters are online to do the crafting, and I'll meet you on the other side. Okay, so we need to craft. Do you want to start with the archer gear, or do you want to start with the accessories?
Probably the accessories.
All right, you want to start with the accessories. Okay. So we have 2 accessories we need to craft. We need to craft this Horn of Fury and the Mora's Web. Which one do you guys want to do?
I want to do Horn of Fury.
Okay, Max, you can push that button right there. Yep, push it, and then push it again. Yes. Bam. There it is. All right, so that's 1.
Now it's my turn?
Yep, it's your turn next. You've got to go all the way back up here to the top. Okay, you're going to craft this one. Push that button. Yep. Good job. And push that one. Yep, push it.
Yes.
All right, sweet. We've got 2 of them. Now we need to do... Now I need to go here.
I want to do Dragon Breath plate.
Okay, so you want to do the plate? Okay, go ahead.
I want to do
You can do the plate. Go ahead and push it. Yep.
I want to do 2 too. I didn't even press that one.
Nice. Okay, and now let's go here. This one. Okay, Augie.
Push this.
Yep, push that. Push that. Yep.
And then yes.
There it goes. Bam. Alright, and let's see, I need to do the gloves and the boots. So
Ooh,
right
I'll
there.
do the gloves.
Okay, the gloves are up first.
Okay.
Yep. And one more. Yep. Good job.
Your turn, Max.
And
I want to see the boots.
now the boots.
I want to see the boots.
See those right there. Yep.
Ooh, those are nice boots.
Push it.
They're like crystal diamond boots.
All right. And that's it.
Okay.
All right, bye. All right, so as you can see, didn't special talent any of those 6 legendary pieces that we just crafted. That includes the Mora's Web here, which I have put on Saladin for right now. I may leave it there, I may move it depending on how things go in the next few days with the Legendary Tavern. But we've got a Mora's Web. I decided to put the Horn of Fury on XY, but it's not on him right now because I've been using Minamoto to do Barbarian, so to do Barbarian forts mostly. So Minamoto's been wearing XY's gear, but you can see that we do have this Horn of Fury here. And then the Archer gear I've put all on Ramses as sort of a holder for right now. And again, there's those 4 pieces that we crafted. Nothing special talented. I almost have enough legendary materials to craft the full Dragon's Breath Archer set, which is really good when it's all the way special talented. It's just okay when it's not special talented. You do get that extra health when you have all 6 pieces, which is very nice. Unfortunately, you get a lot of attack from this piece, from the helm, and from the leg piece. And even this one isn't that great. You get 7.5% defense, but a special talented epic boots actually does pretty well there as well. So there's, and of course the Milky Way gives more health than the Dragon's Breath plate. So there are some better archer gear options, but again, once you fully special talented this set, it's actually one of the best archer gear sets in the game. So that's where we're headed long term with that set. For right now, my main archer gear set is here, and you can see there's a lot of epic pieces included. But that's because, again, I'm only going with a 2-piece set here, a 2-piece Dragon's Breath, 2-piece Revival set, the helm and the legs, and then we've got the Milky Way for the extra health on the chest, and then we've got the extra health again here from the Flame Treads. So not really lucky on that, but again, we'll craft those last 2 pieces, and eventually we'll turn that archer set into a fully special talented Dragon's Breath set. It's going to take a long time and a lot of materials, but hey, you got to start somewhere, so that's where we're headed. I think that's going to be it for this video. Like I said, the passes are opening up in just a few days, and when they do, there's going to be a lot of fighting. It's going to be a lot of fun. Before that happens, the Legendary Tavern is going to get here. I've been planning ahead as the theme of this video for the Legendary Tavern. And we are sitting on 51 of these Sovereign Keys. I'll be using those Sovereign Keys to hopefully unlock either Artemisia or Nebuchadnezzar. And you know, if luck really turns around, it would be great to unlock them both. And then I've got a bunch of gold heads that I would really like to put into those 2 commanders. I've got about 1,500 gold heads, so really I could actually expertise them both. We'll see if I expertise them or exactly how I allocate those gold heads as we go along. But that's what we're looking at right now. And of course, we'll keep you updated as things happen. Look, if you like this video, if you like hearing about strategy and thinking ahead and planning ahead in the game and the ways that you can plan ahead in Rise of Kingdoms, give this video a like, comment down below some of the things that you do strategically to try to make your own gameplay better or help other players along your kingdom. Thanks so much for coming by, everybody, and I'll see you in the next one.